Fort Worth and Dallas, Texas, and Arlington at the luxurious AT&T Stadium. Tonight, we've got a great Sunday night matchup between the San Francisco 49ers and the Dallas Cowboys. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. So here are the Cowboys now ready to go on offense for the first time. It's the Mississippi State product at quarterback. Calling the shots will be Dak Prescott.
Would you say that last week's performance by him, workmanlike in terms of numbers?
One touchdown, one pick, but obviously a loss.
Yeah, and that's the bottom line for him. All he cares about is how do we find a way to win the game. Maybe he leans on a few other parts of the offense and hopefully springs a receiver or two free.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They keep on the ground with Elliott. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And it'll be 2nd and 12.
46. At the 36-yard line.
Draw play. Elliott. And he'll take this one for about 4 up to the 40. And on this offensive unit, your thoughts on Travis Frederick?
He's a quarterback's best friend. Sets all the line calls and blocks so aggressively.
Check 56. All day, baby. All day. Check 26.
On 3rd down, it's Prescott. Yeah, that one's going to be knocked away and incomplete. It was the veteran Devin McCourty. He got a hand in there to break that one up. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
51 yards on the punt there. And the 49ers will take over deep in their own territory. So here are the 49ers now with a long field ahead. They'll be led out by a man who rewrote Brett Favre's passing records at Southern Miss. It's Nick Mullins.
I loved his quote during the week. If I were a defensive back, I would have wanted to play against me last week as well. He's trying to eliminate those turnovers, those interceptions, and get back on the positive side of the ledger throwing touchdown passes.
Yeah, had 4 of those picks, led to the loss. Now the Georgia Southern man, it's Matt Breida. And he'll take this one only up to about his 13-yard line. DeMarcus Lawrence in on the tackle.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Tackle made there by Chidobe Awuzie. Let's look at the defensive starters now for Dallas. They're going to need to be strong against the run in this one.
And when people talk about facing a challenge, they are certainly getting one in this ball game, because they are facing the #1 rushing unit in the NFL, which means it's going to be a contest they've got to be prepared for from the first snap.
He'll set up to throw. Pressure from his right, and he goes down hard, flat on his back. Antoine Woods drops him for a loss of 10, and it's going to be 4th and long.
Now, that was just absolute perfect man coverage. Nowhere for them to go with the football. Led to a sack. That's really difficult to do in today's NFL with all these gazelles running around like you're trying to cover in the secondary.
And now Dallas gets set to take the field, and they'll be looking to avoid what happened last time, which is punting the football.
But when you look at how teams play the game, that complementary football comes into play. How do I take care of my defense? How do I take care of my offense? Well, the defense is taking care of them in a lot of ways. Now it's time for the offense to jump things up and help their defense out. Give them a little bit of rest.
Yeah, it's time for them to give them a rest. Took the words right out of my mouth. They'll run with Elliott. Not much there. Maybe a couple as he's taken down at the 40. Well, look now at our starting defense. They currently sit at number 4 in the NFL in terms of stopping the run.
Numbers don't tell you everything, but they do paint a pretty good picture. We're talking about 2 top 5 units going at each other. One in running the ball, one in stopping the run. I think this is going to be a whole lot of fun myself.
Now Elliott. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. That one a first down pickup of 8. Another good run there for a guy who, remember, on Wednesday was named NFC Offensive Player of the Week for what he did a week ago.
Yeah, and you know it takes some solid runs and some extra special ones in order to win that type of an award. I think he's locked in and wants to get it done a second time.
The numbers for Zeke from last week, just downright unbelievable. I mean, when you amass that many yards, I don't know what else to say.
Personally, I thought it was a game for the ages for him. Ripped off some long runs in that contest, didn't he?
He did indeed. Some very long runs, and that total, scary. Three yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Here's Elliott. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going, and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards. I also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off. Well, that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
One receiver to the left is Cooper. Now a play fake here on first down. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Credit the sack to Fred Warner. One man in the backfield, that's Elliott on 2nd and goal. He's going to get it running right. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. Prescott on 3rd and goal. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Let's give this defense some credit now. They let the guys get downfield, but when push came to shove, they stood their ground. And now they'll likely force a field goal attempt.
So on 4th down, Jason Garrett sends in his field goal unit. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. And his kick is right there. It's good. And the Cowboys are going to jump out to a 3-0 lead. So put 3 on the board, but from that far into enemy territory, probably hoping for more.
Yeah, I think they're going to get together on the sideline and talk about it, right? Because you get that far, that deep, you want to come away with a touchdown. They'll take the 3, but they're going to file it away for the future. Come on, man. Let's go.
The San Francisco offense getting their last-minute instructions before they take over here. And the first drive, 3 and out. Second possession, see if they can get a little momentum.
And oftentimes that first drive is just a feeling out process. You have some plays that you've got called and you want to see how defense reacts. It may not go terrific on the first one. Now they're ready to go. They've kind of got to look at them, get a sense. Let's see if they open things up a little bit.
See if they open things up. Let's see what the defense does here, too, after a good stop. They'll run for the first time with Tevin Coleman. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down. Here we go on 2nd and 12. Open man is Kendrick Bourne. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down. First catch there for Hill, and he's got a first down. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. This is Breida. North of 100 yards, the 2 scores. And, you know, you got to give a lot of credit to the O-line. We talked a lot about him, but offensive line was good, too.
They're obviously in sync with each other, whether it's zone blocking, power running game, no matter what. He understands how to read them and find the creases that they provide.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. The tank, DeMarcus Lawrence with a sack. And on third down, the Cowboys bringing an extra defensive back. They'll look to throw here. And able to haul it in is Kittle. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys 14. So on that play, defense was in the zone. They ran a crossing route offensively, but the defense, so you got to be good with communication, don't you?
You certainly do, and it's not something that is really...
And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Matt Breida, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the 49ers have now taken the lead. Extra point right down the middle. And there you go. Nothing really too complex. Block, keep your assignments, let them run it in. They did it.
Fundamental football. Good blocking, beats good tackling on that play. End result, touchdown.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. And at least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you've met fan bases that wanted that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
A run there on first down and a pretty good one at 5 yards, so make it 2nd and 5. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. And after his performance last week, everybody saw it. Unbelievable. You can expect a heavy dose of him again, I think.
Without a doubt. I mean, why wouldn't you? Because once you establish yourself that way, it's not just him, okay? It's his offensive line, it's the tight end, it's your wide receivers, everyone now sharing in the load and sharing in the belief that if they do their job, they'll see another performance just like they saw the week before.
And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. First catch for him. It's good for a dozen and a first down. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Pretty good results here on the first down run as he takes this forward for about 6. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. From the 44, Prescott. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Prescott from the gun. And he'll have his man. That's Cooper. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25.
And another thing that makes the comeback route really effective is that oftentimes after you've made the initial move, receivers breaking away from the defensive back, and that makes it a really tough play to defend. A nice chunk of yardage picked up there.
Elliott. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6.
54. Mike 54.
On second down, Elliott. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5.
Let's go. Let's go.
A tough run by Ezekiel Elliott, the 4th overall pick in the 2016 draft.
If you watch tape of him in college, you saw plenty of those runs because I know the highlights showed him in the open field breaking away from people, but that's how he wore down defenses, those exact type of runs.
Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
A gain of 2 there on the heels of a 1-yard pickup on first. The San Francisco defense trying to hold tough again. This is 3rd, and he's going to go down just outside of the 5, right around the 6-yard line.
That's quite a stand there defensively. A huge sack on 3rd down, and that's going to force him into a field goal attempt.
And for the second time tonight, this field goal unit comes out here. This is an easy one, 23-yarder. And his kick is indeed good. And they'll get it back within a point at 7-6. So they get 3, certainly hoping for 6 after a 13-play drive.
So you console yourself on defense by saying you did your job, right? If they go 13 plays, you only give up a field goal, you did a nice job there. But here's the other part. 13 plays, you don't force any mistakes, you don't take the ball away. Maybe that's the way they should look at it.
Mullins and the Niners now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. First play of the drive going for 14 and a 1st down.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Once again, they run with Breida on 1st down. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you if I'm going to run the football on 1st down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. On 2nd down, a run with Breida. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's 3rd down.
Watching that play unfold and watching him complete it brought back memories of doing all those pursuit drills to make sure you don't over-pursue and let a guy get a cutback lane on you. He did that very well.
You praised him on tape yesterday for the angles that he takes to the ball. Took a great angle right there. Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect. They'll break the huddle here and go for it. This is 4th down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield as it turned out. Couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight. Unable to find anyone open.
They're able to keep the drive alive. 7 yards that time, and the decision to go for it proves to be a good one.
When an offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because they should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. They're going to look to throw. Oh, he stays up, pushing through the contact. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Love his pocket awareness, able to slip out of the sack. But once you take your eyes off the receivers, once your eyes come down and you see the rush, hard to get back downfield and find an open target. Fortunate, that one just wound up as an incomplete pass.
And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. They've done a pretty good job containing him up until this drive, and until that run, there was no containing him at all.
Yeah, you're right about that. He finally popped free, but we didn't have to be in their practice sessions. We didn't have to be in their meeting rooms. They planned for a run like that to happen, maybe a couple of them. But what did they tell their guys all week? You know what they said. Move on to the next play. That one just happened. Let it go.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. On the screen, this is Coleman. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. They'll try to run with Breida. And across the goal line, into the end zone. Touchdown, 49ers. Matt Breida with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. And always a good first half when you can hit pay dirt twice.
And it never hurts to have that good feeling as the game moves on. Just think about halftime. If that's all he gets, he'll just sit there at the half and think, all right, 2 already. I can get some more. I get some more. And he'll be encouraging his offensive line to create some space.
A try here for the extra point. And it's up. It's good. Our score, 14-6. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is taken at his 4. Breaks a tackle. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. And let's gaze our attention on Ezekiel Elliott. First month of the season, those numbers pretty solid. Does he continue that?
I think so, because when you come out of the gate this strong, that means that you have planned for it and you like the results that you're getting. So I wouldn't have any doubt that the head coach, offensive coordinator, actually called him in and said, look, you're our guy, okay? We're going to continue to stick with this as long as we're winning games. You ready for the challenge? And then they presented it to the rest of the team. I think we'll see plenty of that as this season moves on.
And I'm sure he said challenge accepted. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. Over the middle, complete. It's Schultz. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal, because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more. You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything to warrant the flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And that last drive, it was all about the ground game, ground and pound.
And I don't care how we're playing the game these days, offensive linemen still want to fire out and smack the guy opposite them and move the football on the ground. They feel better about that. That's what they want to do. That's how they want to play, and that's how they got it done.
Yeah, they got it for a touchdown last drive. Let's see what happens here. They will get 4 yards here on the first down run, and that'll make it 2nd and 6. Byron Jones in there to make the tackle.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down, a very solid gain on that play.
On 2nd down, it's Coleman. And he's got it up over the 40 to the 41. That's going to be a 6-yard gain. It leaves him with 3rd down and just a yard to go. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, it makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
He'll look to throw. Over the middle to Kittle, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. The Niners have the first down on a gain of 11. So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Matthias Farley, and he's just across midfield and down at the 49-yard line. 1:55 left to go in the first half of play. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. Dak dropping this one off for Zeke. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 17 yards on the play there, and the Cowboys have a first down. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. Now a quick throw as that's complete on the hitch route. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. A third field goal of the first half, not what they're looking for as they come up on 3rd down. They'll throw again. Prescott looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Elliott. The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Prescott going to come up 1st and 10, and he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. Looking to throw. Prescott. He finds his target. It's Schultz. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. To throw again on 2nd down. Prescott looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Intended that time for Cooper, and it's 3rd down. The offense on 3rd down tonight, 3 for 7 so far in this game. They're looking at 3rd and a few inches. And it's caught, and he will have the first down before he's brought down at the 3. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. They go play action here on 1st down. And he will throw this one out of the back of the end zone. It's incomplete. They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal. And again, it's Prescott. And this is caught for a Cowboy touchdown. Dalton Schultz in the final seconds of the first half as his guys have cut the lead down to 2. Well, there was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself. No reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
Extra point attempt to come here. And this is up and good. It brings him within a point now. It's 14-13. So we're back to a 1-point game now as the kickoff comes. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. Likely time for one final snap as they start out 1st and 10. So a very tight, and now due to apparent time constraints, we fast forward to the beginning of the second half. It's the 49ers out in front, and they will get the football first as well as we are back and started in the second half. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. We have not seen much on offense from either side. These last few drives, it has been a struggle, hasn't it?
Totally, and you're thinking to yourself right now, if you're on offense trying to get things figured out, okay, we self-scout every week in our game plan. How many things do we do at certain times? What are our tendencies? Time to go to some of those tendency breakers and try and create some offense.
They always have those in their back pocket, don't they?
You have to, and if you don't keep abreast of what you're doing, you lock into a rhythm and make it easy for the opposition.
Looking for tendency breakers right now. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down. They'll look to throw. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's second down.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32. Now a give coming right is Breida. And some room to run now. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one a gain of 20 and a first down. So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. From the gun, it's a handoff to Coleman. And he's got this one across midfield into Cowboy territory. A gain of 3, second down.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. Looking to throw. Throw left side, taken in by Hill. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49.
Now that was well defended, and as a cornerback, what you're taught when you see a wide receiver screen, either you get underneath the play before the blocking forms, or you're going to have to fight your way through it by getting through some blocking. That was a really nice play there. Well, someone's going to be happy with that effort. You know who else is going to be happy? His defense.
Absolutely.
He's created a very long field for that offense to try to traverse.
And he got some help from Mr. Football there, checking up nicely. Good English on that punt. They'll start the drive with Elliott. And he's going to be taken down shy of the 10, right around the 9-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Prescott. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. To throw is Prescott. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty. And it's 4th down. Out now comes the Cowboys punter, as he's on here to punt it away. Looked like he had a couple of different options as far as who to throw to on that play. And who am I to say this, but I'm not sure he made the right decision.
Well, the window of opportunity is always going to be small in the NFL. That's why those quarterbacks who make quick decisions and have quick releases have the most success in this league. I know there's no magnet in the ball, but sometimes for the punt returner, after such a scramble, it sort of feels that way, doesn't it? He has it, he loses it. Somehow the ball finds its way back to him.
Atone for his sin, and you know he's taking a deep sigh of relief right now. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup.
And he continues to pile up the yardage. That puts him over $150 now. And this defense has really had its problems trying to keep him contained.
They'll look to throw now on first down. And he will go down. A Cowboys sack. DeMarcus Lawrence able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening. They're in some hot water now after that sack. It's 2nd and 21. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. He's got his man on the crossing route. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down. Mullins now. 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. Back to throw here. Complete to the running back, Matt Breida. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A big gainer there on the catch and run, 37 yards. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. On first down, here's Breida. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Not much happening there on first down.
I thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
That is caught right at the 10-yard line. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8.
Offense.
Something we're seeing more of with the rise of the run-pass option. A legal man downfield, and that's going to back him up. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Over the middle, and it's incomplete. George Kittle, the receiver that he was looking for. But now it'll be 3rd down.
When you see passes knocked down by those guys I call the frustrated fullbacks, the linebackers, you know that in their zone coverage, they were able to drop, see the ball thrown, and react to it very quickly.
He is going to find Hill here. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Tyreek Hill, his first touchdown on the year. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. Extra point splits the uprights. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is taken at the 3. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And last time out, they had to punt the football away. Anything positive possibly to take from that?
There always is when you're punting.
Ezekiel Elliott going to take it the distance. Touchdown, Cowboys. Ezekiel Elliott with touchdown number 7 on the year, as his guys have cut the lead down to 2.
I know we don't talk about it enough, but the intelligence level of the guys up front blocking, the offensive linemen, maybe the smartest guys in football overall. Add in a little bit of athleticism and a whole lot of toughness, you've got a lot to deal with, don't you?
That's why the guys in the backfield get them really nice Christmas gifts, right?
If they're smart, they do.
Matt Breida in the offense heading back out. He is hoping to find the end zone for a 3rd time, and we sit now in the 3rd quarter.
And nothing would excite him more, but I think even more so, his offensive line. Anytime you've got a guy scoring that many times, that means you've done... a really nice job in front of him.
They're always giving props to the big fellas up front.
It's always a good idea. Those are some massive men.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. They'll set up a throw. Complete to the tight end, Kittle, over the middle of the field. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. And there they went crossing route against the zone defense. What do you think of that?
Takes real coordination between the passer and the receiver, because you've got to read those zones and where the open spots are and be on the same page with the guy throwing the football. Because sometimes you're throwing it in front of the zone, sometimes you're throwing it between the zones, sometimes the receiver's going to just kind of find a spot and what we call sit down and present himself to the quarterback and throw it there. It's a tough read, but when they're in sync, it's really effective.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Leighton Vander Esch. And he's able to bring it up 5 yards shy of midfield to the 45-yard line. Good starting position for the Cowboys here as they come up 1st and 10. Following the interception, here's Prescott. Looking left side, and it's complete. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. 23 yards, the final tally. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Another carry tonight for the workhorse Elliott. And an alley to run. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. It's a gain of 16 and the Dallas 1st down. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. From the red zone now, Prescott. Throw right side, taken in by Gallup. And he'll get 7 yards from the 17 to the 10 before he's taken down. Able to get 7 on that 1st down pass play. 2nd and 3.
56. Mike, 56. Right there. 56.
A 20th carry here for Elliott. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. Now Elliott. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Only a yard that time. 2nd and goal. One man in the backfield. That's Elliott on 2nd and goal. He'll get it up the middle. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down. A field goal would get him the lead, but that's not what they're shooting for as they come up on 3rd down. Here's Prescott. And he's going to be taken down, sacked back around the 18-yard line. D. Ford able to get him down for a loss of 11, and it brings up 4th down.
And that's the kind of stand all defenses are seeking. 3rd and goal, backs against the wall, and they get a monster sack, and now they're going to force him into a field goal. For them, that's a win.
With his 3rd field goal now in the ball game, and they've needed his leg. This last one gives them the lead.
It's been a back and forth kind of a game, hasn't it? Now you got to tell your defense, guys, need you to make this stand up because we got the momentum going in the right direction, but we need you to make sure we carry it home.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And the interception last time on the opponent's side of the field, certainly not what they wanted.
Put it mildly, that is so frustrating because that signifies there's a drive going on. You're in a good spot, great place to run some of your best offense. Instead, they turn the ball over.
They turned the ball over last time. See if they can avoid doing it here. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Well, we had a number of good games in the afternoon sessions, but this Sunday nighter might top them all. We come up here on 1st and 10. Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps to have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. The 2nd down play, not much better than the 1st, just a gain of 1 there. They're going to look to throw.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They'll run with Coleman on 1st down. They'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6.
Let's talk a little football 101 here because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on 1st down. Huge differences we know between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. Well, he had 2 sacks earlier. Now he has 4 total tackles for a loss after that play.
Well, they obviously have to do a better job trying to block it. But short of that, you know what the quarterback has to do? Make sure he doesn't hand it to him when he's back there thinking he's one of his own guys. His quickness, his suddenness, his speed getting into the offensive backfield has been something else in this game.
Well contained there defensively. The screen gets only a yard, and it's 4th.
He dialed up the screen pass on 3rd down, and for a second, it looked like it was all going to